Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
One Rockford hospital is overwhelmed with COVID patients. The vast majority of those cases have one thing in common.
A disabled veteran's new mission becomes a challenge, finding a new home. His story is another sign of how quickly buyers need to move. He shares some advice if you're looking.
And buyer beware. Online advertisements are inspiring impulse purchases, but the items never show up. Tips on avoiding a scam. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Local doctors sound the alarm as COVID-19 hospital visits hit a record high. Healthcare workers at UW Health Swedish American Hospital plead with the public.
They warn the pandemic is far from over. Rachel Perry joins us now. And Rachel, the group is stressing the importance of getting vaccinated.
Mimi and Eric, the doctors say they're seeing more COVID patients now than any previous time during the pandemic and are currently treating 105 COVID patients. I spoke with the wife of a Rockford man who was hospitalized. He just recently died after a month-long battle with the virus.
I was scared to leave because I just never knew what was going to happen when I would leave.
This is Jonathan Nolasco, 37 years old and no underlying health conditions. But his wife says COVID-19 took Jonathan from her.
His lungs, as the doctor explained it to me, they're like, like a sponge. His were like a brick. Like there was no going back from that at that point. Like there was no repairing his lungs at that point.
But at one point, Amanda Nolasco says the pandemic felt far away from them.
You don't think it's that big of a deal. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of how we were. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, me and him, that's kind of what we were like.
Until it wasn't.
I just never thought this would happen.
Doctors at Swedish American Hospital are warning of an increase in cases, saying their healthcare systems are exhausted and they're running out of resources.
We have shortage of ventilators, we have shortage of beds, nursing staff, nursing aides, phlebotomists, technicians, respiratory therapists, physicians, all of us, the whole healthcare system is burning out.
The increase in COVID patients has doctors working overtime and making it harder for them to care for non-COVID patients.
So it just makes it so challenging to do everything with such limited resources that are being consumed at such a great rate by the patients that are really sick with COVID.
Both doctors and Amanda are asking others to take the virus more seriously.
It is extremely important for our community to come and help us, get vaccinated, help us, help yourselves.
It is serious, it is real, it's not something to mess around with because it's just very dangerous and it's real. It's definitely real.
At Swedish American right now, about 85% of patients have been not vaccinated. Doctors say more and more people around the same age as Jonathan are being hospitalized with COVID. I'll share more on Jonathan's story coming up at 6. Eric?
Thanks, Rachel. We'll see you then. An afternoon crash slows traffic at a busy Rockford intersection. It happened before 2 near where South Alpine and Broadway meet. Both streets were reduced to one lane. A pair of red sedans were involved in the wreck. The hood of one car wrinkled in. The other car had heavy passenger door damage. Police on scene tell us 2 people were hurt, but are expected to be okay.
We're nearing the end of the historic year for the local real estate market. The latest housing numbers show it's a seller's market. The 3-month rolling average price of a home in Winnebago, Boone, and Ogle counties is nearly $180,000. That's the most buyers have had to shell out ever. In addition to hefty price tags, homes are selling quickly, 2 weeks faster than last year.
Local housing inventory remains tight. Real estate agents are preparing clients to be ready to make an offer as soon as buyers find a home they like.
Michelle Rave spoke to a local veteran on the hunt for a house. And Michelle, he's happy to have landed something after missing out on a few listings.
The dream of becoming a homeowner seemed nearly impossible for one local disabled Army veteran, but now that dream is his reality.
It just seemed like it was, next to impossible. It just didn't seem like it was a realistic dream for a while.
Cesar Ordóñez served 8 years in the Army, including tours in Iraq.
I ended up in Iraq around, I think it was in 2004. Very proudly volunteered for my tour. And then, over time, somehow hurt myself. I'm not entirely sure how.
Now he's back home, but the road to finding a home wasn't easy.
I went in initially with, okay, I want a really nice, fancy, fully finished home, but they move fast. Some of these houses we're selling in 2 days. It's just incredible.
Ordóñez viewed about 100 homes.
It was part of the learning process. The first house I looked at would have been really cool because it was just blocks away from my parents' house. It was really, really cool. But I sat on it for a little too long.
With the advice of his realtor, Ordóñez expanded his options and found a home.
As soon as I pulled into the neighborhood and saw the size of the house and just looking all around, and you can hear how quiet it is. I thought, yeah, this is, without question, this is it.
There's some wonderful veteran loan programs out there that vets can take advantage of with very low interest rates. There's also in the state of Illinois for disabled vets, they will reduce or even eliminate property taxes for them. So it's very, very friendly for veterans.
Ordóñez hopes this will inspire other veterans to fulfill their dreams.
Any veterans out there that think this isn't possible, just do it. Ask a lot of questions and just go for it. It'll happen.
Cesar tells me he's just days away from closing on the home. He's excited to fix the house up and make it his own. He's looking forward to some warmer weather so he can play in the yard with his dog, Angel. Eric, Mimi.
Thanks, Michelle. Illinois regulators approved the second of 2 rate hikes for ComEd. It allows an increase as part of the annual formula rate process that's been a source of controversy. The hike means the average household bill will increase by about 45 cents a month and will raise about $100 million next year. The Citizens Utility Board says Illinois consumers deserve better. It's now working to secure customer refunds that could provide financial relief in an effort to pass the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act.
'Tis the season for online shopping, but keep in mind scammers will try to cash in on the holiday cheer.
They definitely targeted me and I got scammed.
That's Chelsea Bride. She purchased a jacket in September after seeing an ad for it online. 3 months later, the coat hasn't been shipped. Chelsea's one of many shoppers to fall victim to fake online stores, now waiting for a refund. The Better Business Bureau says she would have her money back by now if she would have paid in a certain way.
To protect yourself, always pay with a credit card. It provides you with a great deal more protections than it would be if you were to use a gift card, as scammers often ask you to do.
Another online shopping tip: if you aren't familiar with a company featured in an ad, look it up online, followed by the word scam, and read reviews.
A Loves Park business takes the season of giving by storm. Over the next 12 days, Rock Valley Credit Union will surprise 10 nonprofits with Christmas donations. The tradition started last year. The gifts will total $20,000. Today's recipient is Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary. Credit union staff chose the no-kill shelter because donations have slowed down during the pandemic.
This organization does not receive government funding and relies on the support and kindness from our community, private donations, fundraisers, grants, and volunteers to help complete their mission.
If the puppies in this clip caught your eye, they will be available for adoption in 3 weeks. You can follow the 12 Days of Giving on the credit union's Facebook page. The Rockford Small Business Development Center evolves with the times. Young entrepreneurs can now try their hand at 3D printing.
Nikel Delgado caught up with the SBDC. And Nikel, what does this mean for small business owners?
Eric, Mimi, this is out with the old and in with the new, cutting-edge technology. All the help to help small businesses make it more marketable.
3D printing is not the wave of the future, it's the wave of now. And it's going to help our youth and our entrepreneurs to really understand if this is something that can make them more effective with their vision and their dream.
From gadgets to guitars, toys to tools, 3D printers are changing the way people do business.
Once you get the file, you can just print out anything that you want.
And the Rockford Small Business Development Center is hoping to cash in on that technology. Mike Rogers believes 3D printing is a great alternative for manufacturers. It's a way to get into the business without the big cost.
We're going to get a fleet of printers that we can get into the hands of people firsthand, so it's hands-on knowledge and experience.
but it's not about startups, but jobs. Edward Caceres says new tech means new jobs to the state line.
With these new technologies and more that are coming, we are working also in brain robotics and also artificial intelligence technologies in the area. We believe that with that we are going to boost the employment and get a more qualified workforce in the area.
State Representative Marcus West helped secure funding for the 3D printing training. He says this is a good investment in our youth, our entrepreneurs, and our community.
This is the way that we support our community and make our community even stronger.
The 3D printing training will start next month and be available to everyone at no cost. For more information, find the story on mystateline.com.
Well, good evening, everyone. It was a warm and breezy day for us today, but I think many people enjoyed the warmth more than anything else. And as we take a look at the planning forecast, we'll see temperatures continue to slowly fall from the mid-40s at 6 p.m., eventually toward the upper 30s as we head toward midnight. But we are talking about potentially a wintry mix as we head throughout the overnight. Now, when we look across Rockford now on the Mercy F SkyTrack weather camera, things are quiet for us. No rain out there, but clouds will be on the increase. And as we recap temperatures over the last hour, Bob reported temperatures of 50 degrees in southeast Rockford and also Ben 50 degrees as well in South Beloit. So we were definitely in the 50s today, but some of us actually reached the mid 50s, including for us here in Rockford and even Janesville at 54 degrees, but it was 56 degrees earlier today in Rochelle and Sterling. Right now we have temperatures ranging from the low to mid 40s, 48 degrees in Rockford still at the moment, but 43 in Rochelle, and we're expecting temperatures again to slowly fall as we head throughout the night. Wind much lighter now compared to just a couple of hours ago, and we are expecting lighter wind to continue to move in as we head throughout the night. Now, when we take a look at the satellite radar, things are pretty quiet for us. We have a mainly clear sky, but we're looking toward the north and west because we see moisture that's now impacting parts of the Dakotas and also Minnesota. And many of our storms have been traveling along the jet stream and have been pushing moisture in our direction, very light moisture. And we're talking about that potentially once again as we head throughout the night tonight. So let's take a look. By the time we get to 2 a.m., we'll see that moisture potentially stretching right across northern parts of the Buin area. So if you are in Monroe or Janesville especially, we're talking about rain, but maybe even a wintry mix briefly impacting you. Now, this moisture is out there at least through about 7 or 8 a.m. Then as we head throughout the afternoon, we should start to dry out. And for a lot of us, we will enjoy sunshine, but we are talking about that wintry mix chance still being out there. The one thing that will help us is the fact that we will likely stay above freezing as we head throughout the night tonight. Here's a look at temperatures toward 10 p.m. in the upper 30s, but by 6 a.m. we'll have temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. So because we will stay above freezing, I don't suspect that we'll see a whole lot of frozen precipitation lingering on the ground. You may see some snowflakes falling here or there, maybe some sleet, but I think for the most part we'll stay warm enough to avoid any wintry issues. Now, as we look at wind briefly, I mentioned lighter wind out there. We'll definitely see that as we head throughout the night tonight and even early into the day tomorrow. But by Friday afternoon, light winds will be the story for us. So not a breezy day, but definitely a better day if you need to go outside and do any type of yard work. Now, as we look ahead to Sunday, we are talking about rain showers out there. That's our next storm system that will help bring in bigger changes for us in the form of cooler conditions and breezier conditions. But we're still talking about the chance for snow as we head toward Tuesday and even into parts of Wednesday, although latest models continue to send the storm a little quicker to the east, and that means less of a snow threat for us by Wednesday. Tonight, though, we're down to 36 degrees, increase in clouds with that wintry mix in the forecast. 7-day shows that after that morning wintry mix, we're pretty nice for Saturday. Definitely an enjoyable day, but it is back to normal. And then Sunday, rain out there and much colder by next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
The Green Bay Packers sitting quite comfortably on their bye week at 9-3, while the Bears prep for the only team with a better record in the NFC, the 9-2 Arizona Cardinals. Bears lost their last home game 2 weeks ago, 16-13 to the Baltimore Ravens. Bears defense really struggled on that final drive, allowing the Ravens' mobile backup quarterback Tyler Huntley to lead a game-winning touchdown drive. They'll face a similar style of quarterback in Kyler Murray on Sunday, who's among the league leaders in the MVP race.
I mean, Kyler is Kyler. I've been watching him since high school. So, I mean, his ability to run and extend plays, and I mean, he's has a very strong arm. So I mean, with that combination of speed and arm talent, it's very hard to guard. But I mean, at the end of the day, everybody just has to do their job. We got to contain them up front, and then in the back end, we got to cover.
Week 13 action in the NFL kicks off tonight on our sister station Fox 39 for Thursday Night Football, where the Dallas Cowboys travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Kickoff is at 7:20. Championship week in college football. The NIU Huskies just a couple of days away from their title showdown with Kent State up in Detroit. Last night, their head coach Thomas Hammock was named the Mid-American Conference's Coach of the Year after turning around a winless team from a season ago. Hammock said getting to fight for a MAC championship is what this team talked about in the offseason.
Well, we're excited about the opportunity. This has been quite the turnaround for us from 11 months ago. Our kids are excited. We've had an excellent week of practice, and we're going to go out there Saturday and try to play our best game of football.
Earlier today, the Blackhawks announced they traded goaltender Malcolm Subban to the Buffalo Sabres for future considerations. Subban had a 2-2-1 record in 5 games with the Ice Hogs this season. Tonight, they'll also need some great goaltending out of Marc-Andre Fleury as they're in D.C. taking on the red-hot Washington Capitals.
It's a good hockey team. This is a team built for the playoffs. They're a big team. They're fast. We have to manage the puck in all 3 zones, and if we do that and limit their time in our zone, I like our chances of winning a hockey game.
Puck drops at 6. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Marcus, we'll have a final look at the weather in just a moment.
First, this is what News Nation has planned for later.
Tonight on Dan Abrams Live, back together again. My friends from Live PD join me for a full-hour reunion. My co-hosts, as well as the cops from the show, tell us what they're up to and answer your questions, looking back also at some of their favorite moments. Special edition of Dan Abrams Live, tonight at 8, 7 Central on News Nation.
That is all coming up on the fastest growing cable news network in America. Head to any of these cable and satellite stations to watch. NewsNation.com is also an option.
And as we take a look at the First Warn Interactive Radar, brought to you by Rockford Auto Glass and more. We are quiet this evening, no rain out there, but we are talking about the chance for a wintry mix as we head throughout the night. Temperatures down toward 36 degrees in Rockford. A quick look at the 7-day shows will be above normal through the weekend, cold next week.
All right, thanks, Marcus.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.